Hey guys, SuperSonic123 aka John here. Welcome to episode number 34 of the Milan Career Mode. For the first game into this episode, we take on Cagliari away from home in the Serie A on the back of our 1-1 draw at home to Pescara in the last game in the last episode, where Pescara took the lead on the stroke of half time, but then we retaliated with a last minute penalty from Arkadiusz Milik. So we're looking to continue improve our form following that game, and we'd almost got the perfect start there as Belotti was set through by his teammate there, through on goal, but he slides it just wide of the post in the end. Then Cagliari would come forward here with Dele Cup, I think that says, having a shot there, but it goes wide of Donnarumma's post as turns back inside here. The Cagliari man shoots, but it's well wide in the end. No real danger for us. We would retaliate here with Federico Cartavia bringing the ball forward. Bruno Alves gives it away to Milik. Milik is through on goal. Milik shoots. Milik scores as well. Finesse the ball to the bottom corner to make it Cagliari 0, Milan 1, as we take the lead after 25 minutes here away against the side Cagliari, as the £35 million man Arkadiusz Milik gets another goal in the Serie A this season. Milik's just been on fire. Belotti's had a good season as well, but Milik has just been on a different level. I mean, he's been one of our best signings that we've made in this series. Sliding through the defender's legs past the Cagliari goalkeeper into the back of the net. Excellent finish, and I can't say much more than that. Following that, then we get the chance to make it 2-0 here as Paul George and Teppo cut inside onto his right foot here. He would slide the ball in towards Belotti, who hits the bar with his shot, headed back out by the defender to Pellegrini. He finds Paul George and Tep with the finesse shot, but that goes wide of the post in the end as we fail to double our lead, as it is Cagliari 0, Milan 1 at half time. Into the second half then, and Mauricio Isla would find Nicola Muru here. The young left back takes it past Chilio here, or Calabria I think that is actually. Again Nicola Muru finding Isla, back to Muru, in towards his Cagliari teammate there, and eventually it's headed in at the back post by Lasagna as he equalises for Cagliari, makes it Cagliari 1, Milan 1, just before the hour mark here. What a name that is, Lasagna, but he's left free at the back stick. He jumps ahead of De Chilio and heads into the back of the net, having already forced Gianluigi Donnarumma into a good save, but the rebound is put in by Kevin Lasagna, the number 38 there. We retaliate here with Arkadiusz Milik picking up the ball. He finds Cartavia, our playmaker. He slides the ball forward to Andrea Belotti, who shoots and scores to make it Cagliari 1, Milan 2, as we get back in front here with this goal from the former Torino man, Belotti. He's had a good season for us. He had some good moments in his first season with Milan last year, and in his second season he's just come into his own, playing ahead of obviously Carlos Bacca, who was our top scorer last year. In off the post as well, as we take the lead again against Cagliari here. And Cagliari would retaliate here. Lasagna playing the ball inside towards Mauricio Isla. He finds Ionisic here, back to Lasagna, who gets past Romagnoli there, as Lasagna slides in and finishes the ball past Donnarumma for his second goal of the game, as the man with the hilarious name, Kevin Lasagna, brings it past Romagnoli. He bullies Romagnoli off the ball. He equalises for Cagliari here. So he makes it Cagliari 2, Milan 2, as we're set back once again by Cagliari here, thanks to the number 38, Kevin Lasagna, of course, as it's 2-2. We would, in the 90th minute here, Cagliari would try and get a winner here with Farias coming forward, brings it past the defender, up against De Chilio here. Farias gets across into the box and is headed into the back of the net by Filip Djordjevic, as in the last minute, Cagliari win the game, as Djordjevic makes it Cagliari 3, Milan 2, as we fall to defeat in the last minute of this game against Cagliari, which is obviously a tragic circumstance, I suppose, to lose in the last minute. Which brings me back to my point I made in the last episode. Is there a chance that we might bottle the league? There's every chance we might bottle the league. As you see, it finishes Cagliari 3, Milan 2. But what I want to know is, I don't want to bottle the league, obviously, but there's a chance that might happen. Anyway, we got our youth squad monthly report here as we enter the month of April, coming towards the latter part of the season, of course. We offer a contract here to Daniele Colombo, a 16-year-old left mid, 86 to 92 potential. We offer him a contract as he hits 60 overall, as you see there, and having a look at the rest of the players. All of them look like good young prospects. We also have a look at our monthly scouting updates from our scouts in Italy and also in Portugal. Sheet Danny Prestes in Portugal here. Not a lot of players that we deem good enough for the first team. We do sign for now that guy as well as Luciano Arnos, and we do have some player training following that game as well for the men we're training in their new month, including Saric, Croatian centre forward, who we've just offered a contract to. And you see here, he accepts his contract, Sasa Saric. So as you see his stats here, 57 overall, 16 years old. We might loan him out in the next transfer window because of his low overall, but these are what his stats looks like. He's 6'6", so he could be an absolute monster for us whenever he does get the chance to play. And we also have a look at the squad report as well as we do enter the month of April. Just how the squad's getting on as you see the progression in the squad. A lot of players with some good growth as you see here. Still no growth for Ronald Camille, and it looks like our Greek midfielder Giannakos hasn't grown at all since joining Barcelona on loan. I still to this day can't figure out why he decided to go to Barcelona or why Barcelona wanted to bring him to the Camp Nou, but they did, and I don't know how he's getting on there basically. Anyway, for the second game in today's episode, guys, we would take on Inter away from home, still in the San Siro, of course, as we do share stadiums with our intercity rivals in the second leg of the Coppa Italia semi-final, as we come into this game with the aggregate tied at 2-2. So obviously Inter have the advantage of the away goal ruling, but they will get the first chance here. Brozovic here being brought down in the box by Cesar Montes, the Mexican centre-back, as the referee points to the spot, and Inter have the chance to take the lead after 10 minutes here. To see Brozovic coming forward, Montes with the challenge, brings him down, definite penalty, poor decision by Cesar Montes. So it's Gabriel Barbosa up against Gianluigi Donnarumma, two of the better younger players in the game. But Gabigol wins out on this occasion as he powers the ball into the top corner to make it Inter 1, Milan 0 after 10 minutes here, as the Brazilian striker gives Inter the lead here in the Derby della Madonnina in the cup semi-final, I should say, as this does also give Inter the lead on aggregate, which is the crucial thing. We retaliate here. Mastor here would advance, playing the ball in towards Belotti, who toe pokes the ball into the back of the net past Handanovic to make it Inter 1, Milan 1, tie the tie on aggregate, again at 3-3 on aggregate. Inter still be going through on away goals at this stage, I'm pretty sure, but regardless, we would get the chance there. Mastor in ahead of Cartabia here finds Belotti, who, having scored in the last game against Cagliari, scores again to equalise for us here and get us back into the tie. Inter then will come forward with Perisic here, bearing down on goal, saved by Donnarumma, but Perisic on the rebound puts the ball into the back of the empty net to make it Inter 2, Milan 1 after 35 minutes here, 10 minutes to go before half-time, as Inter retake the lead and again put themselves in the driving seat and looking like they're going to be heading through to the final of the Coppa Italia, as Perisic drives past Regani, drives past the defence again in for the rebound. I don't know what our defence was doing there, not tracking his run, I should say, but he puts a pass on Roma into the back of the net, and it is Inter 2, Milan 1 at half-time. Into the second half then, Belotti would pick up the ball on the right-hand side here. He would play in Suso. Suso on the turn would play in his man there, and the header from Mastor on the rebound would go over the bar as well, as we fail to equalise here shortly after half-time, as it's a good header from Mastor given his lack of stature, but he does head over the bar in the end. Inter would attack us here with Ansaldi playing in Ivan Perisic here, going up against Regani here. Perisic goes inside Regani, shoots, it's saved by Donnarumma though, as he keeps it out. And Inter again would attack us here with Perisic crossing the ball into the box towards Gabi Barbosa, but the big hands from Donnarumma keeps it out. We would look to equalise here with Belotti playing the ball forward towards Suso here. Suso plays in Calabria, back to Suso. Suso's through on goal, he shoots, but it's saved by Handanovic to keep it at 2-1 to Inter. But from this goal kick here, Handanovic gives it away. Kolachicek gives it away, as he slips. Plays in Arkadiusz Milik. Arkadiusz Milik with the ball, cannons into the bottom corner to make it Inter 2, Milan 2, level a tie up in aggregate, and also would potentially send the tie into extra time. 20 minutes to go, it's 2-2. As things stand, it will be going to extra time as both sides would have 2 away goals, as the first leg also finished 2-2. But as you hear, Handanovic gives it to Kolachicek, and he just slips on his arse as Milik picks up the loose ball and powers it into the bottom corner past Handanovic to make it 2-2 here as we look to bring the time to extra time. But Inter would have a chance to win it here as Perisic comes forward, but the shot is excellently saved by Donnarumma down low, as it would be Inter 2, Milan 2 at full time. So into extra time then, Candreva would come forward here for Milan, or for Inter Milan I should say. Shoots, saved by Donnarumma though, as again we keep the our city rivals out. But in the 120 minute, or no, sorry, not in the 120th minute, we're not at that stage yet. But David Pino would have a shot here, saved by Handanovic and cleared by the defence as well. But into the latter stages of extra time, we win the ball back to Chilio, picks up the ball. Belotti finds Bonaventura. He plays in Milik. Milik plays in Bonaventura. He's thrown goal. Giacomo Bonaventura wins it for Milan in the 120th minute. It's Inter 2, Milan 3, as a last minute goal means that we are going to Stadio Olimpico. We will play in the Coppa Italia final, as an excellent story here unfolds as we come from behind. Been behind twice, we come back, win it in the last minute of extra time, as was about to go to penalties. Inter were probably preparing for penalties, but they didn't think of this breakaway here. They should have had more men back. Milik finds Bonaventura, throw on goal, don't know what the defence was doing, comes out and slides it past Samir Handanovic as well, as we do win it in the final stages of this game. So fantastic story there, as you come up Bonaventura scores here to put us through into the final, which is an excellent story. As you hear, Daniele Colombo again accepts his contract with the first team, so we will see what he is looking like in a minute. And also, Gabriel says he does not want to leave the club, but he will be a third choice goalkeeper here anyway. As you hear, this is Daniele Colombo, 60 overall, 16 years old. Exciting prospect, which means he has the potential to be 85 to 89 overall, and those are his stats there. We get an international manager from Australia, which we do reject, and also Matteo De Sciglio here asks us for an improved contract. So we go to our contracts to offer him an improved deal. We give him a pay rise from 45 grand a week to 60 grand a week, which is what a lot of players are asking for, as it turns out. Still important first team player, 2-year extension. And as you see here, we for the third and final game of today's episode, guys, we take on Fiorentina away from home in the Serie A, looking to improve on that defeat to Cagliari, which you saw earlier in the episode, as we look to get back to winning ways in the competition and avoid our title challenge completely falling apart, which is what is currently happening at the club. So yeah, we go away to face the side Fiorentina, who are currently struggling in this area in the lower reaches of the table. David had the first chance here as the cross is headed into the box. It comes back out to Mauro Zarate here. Zarate shoots with the right foot here, but it hits the post, and we get it clear in the end as the former West Ham man fails to give Fiorentina the lead. But we win a penalty here as the ball played in towards Arkadiusz Milik. He's brought down by the Fiorentina defender. Referee's having none of it. Referee points to the spot here as the foul on Milik is deemed to be worthy of giving away a penalty, as the Polish striker is brought down by the Fiorentina defender. Penalty is given, so Milik steps up to take the penalty against the Romanian goalkeeper Tatarușanu, but Milik's penalty is saved by Tatarușanu and is also cleared by Fiorentina as well, as we fail to take the lead here. But Arkadiusz Milik would find Pellegrini, who would then play it towards Belotti. Belotti with this rifle of a shot into the top corner makes it Fiorentina 0, Milan 1, as we take the lead 20 minutes into this game here, as we take the lead in Florence thanks to the former Torino man Andrea Belotti. Our young striker, one of our two young strikers that we've got in the team, Milik, doing the dirty work there, finds our the former Sassuolo man Pellegrini. He finds Belotti. Belotti hammers it into the top corner past Tatarușanu as we take the lead in Florence here, as we look to get the 3 points after a couple of disappointing results in the league recently, despite our fantastic cup win in the last game. But that takes Belotti up to 13 for the season in the league, which is a good return. Cartavia then finds Milik. Milik shoots. Milik scores as well to make it Fiorentina 0, Milan 2 here, as our Polish striker Arkadiusz Milik, the 35 million euro man, makes his mark here and scores for Milan away in Florence to double our lead here as we impose our dominance on Fiorentina. As he picks up the ball here, pass from Cartavia, and hammers the ball into the bottom corner past Tatarușanu to make it 2-0 to Milan, 2-0 to the Rossoneri, as the former Napoli man puts us well on course for 3 points here in the Serie A, and that brings Milik up to 19 goals for the season in the league, almost to the 20 mark. He should reach that before the end of the season, definitely. It is Fiorentina 0, Milan 2 at half-time. Into the second half, Fiorentina look to get back in the game. Kalinic with the shot there, goes wide of the post in the end. No real trouble for Donnarumma, but the number 9 there, the Fiorentina striker, set through, but his shot with the left foot well wide in the end. And Fiorentina here in the 90th minute will try and get a goal back. Ilicic with the shot, saved by Donnarumma though. Just finished Fiorentina 0, Milan 2, as we do get the 3 points. Finally, we get a win in the league. We have some player training following that game as Kyriakou gets closer to 80 overall. He gets himself to 79. So that brings to a close this episode of Le Mans Grimo, guys. You see, in a sec, we will face Sampdoria in the Coppa Nazionale final, following a shock victory over Roma in the semi-final, Sampdoria winning on penalties. So that brings to a close this episode of the Milan Grimo, guys. We currently sit 3 points clear of Napoli at the top of the table, and a further 3 points ahead of Roma. So next up, we will take on Bayer Leverkusen and Carpi. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode.